I'm handing you the keys to a house I just rebuilt. I'm standing in the open, stripped of all my armor and my guilt. I've spent a year in silence, mending every jagged crack, swearing that I'd never let a person hold me back. But here you are with promises, and I look inside your eyes that makes me wanna overlook the danger and the lies. I'm letting down the drawbridge, I'm stepping off the ledge. I'm putting all my hope upon this high and narrow edge. My heart is like a glass house, and you're holding a stone. I'm terrified to find out if I'm better off alone. So don't make me regret it, don't make me wish I stayed inside the quiet safety of the lonely life I made. I'm giving you the power to break me twice as fast. Don't make this another ghost that haunts me from my past. If you're gonna leave, then leave me while I'm still a little strong. Don't make me regret it, don't prove the world was right all along. I've told you where the bruises are, I've shown you every scar. I've told you I'm scared to drive too fast or go too far. You say you're different, that you're made of something real and true. But I've heard that melody before from people just like you. I'm betting on a maybe, I'm gambling on a hope, while you're the one who's holding both the anchor and the rope. If this is just a game to you, a way to pass the night, then kill the spark right now before I'm blinded by the light. It took so much to get here, to trust the way I feel, to believe that love is something that can actually be real. So if you're gonna break it, do it clean and do it now, before I build a future on a half-forgotten vow. Twice as fast. Don't make this another ghost that haunts me from my past. If you're gonna leave, then leave me while I'm still a little strong. Don't make me regret it, don't prove the world was right all along. I'm leaning in, I'm closing my eyes. Please don't be another beautiful disguise. Don't make me regret it, I'm trusting you. Don't make me regret loving you. Loving you. The coffee sitting cold on your side of the bed, and I'm still replaying every word that we said. The pictures in the hallway are starting to fade, just like the beautiful plans that we made. I reach for your hand in the middle of the night, but I'm grasping at shadows and losing the light. It didn't happen fast, it wasn't a crash, it was a slow burning fire that turned into ash. Now the air feels heavy and the rooms feel wide, and there's nowhere left for this hurt hide. Now the love is gone, like a ghost in the hall. I'm standing in the wreckage, watching it fall. It's the hollow in my chest, it's the quiet in the room. It's a garden that forgot how to ever really bloom. We're two different people in the same four walls, waiting for a heartbeat that never really calls. The spark is out, the fire is drawn. I'm waking up to find that the love is gone. I see you in the kitchen, but you're miles away. There's a million things that we'll never say. We're experts at the how was your day routine, but we're ghosts in a movie, fading from the screen. Your I love you sounds like a heavy day, like a promise you're trying so hard to not forget. Is it better to leave it or wither away, holding on to a memory that's turning to gray? I'd give anything to feel that old sting, but a numb heart is a terrifying thing. Yeah, the love is gone, like a ghost in the hall. I'm standing in the wreckage, watching it fall. It's the hollow in my chest, it's the quiet in the room. It's a garden that forgot how to ever really bloom. We're two different people in the same four walls, waiting for a heartbeat that never really calls. The spark is out, the fire is drawn. I'm waking up to find that the love is gone. No more fighting, no more tears, just the echo of all of those wasted years. Turn out the light, lock the door, 'cause we don't live here anymore. The love is gone, it's gone. I'm scrolling through the rows of things we started in July. Continue watching, feels like a slow and steady light. There's your profile icon, that stupid cartoon face, a digital reminder that I can't seem to erase. I know I should log out, I know I should move on, but it's the only thread I have now that the light is gone. I'm sitting in the dark, the blue light on my skin, waiting for a recently watch to show me where you've been. It's a pathetic kind of haunting, a ghost inside the screen, checking on the life that's happening in between. And I still use your Netflix password just to feel a little close. Of all the things I'm clinging to, I think I hate this most. I see you're halfway through a show we used to hate, and I wonder just a date. It's a window to a room where I don't belong no more. A tiny little crack inside a deadlocked door. I'm a shadow in your settings, a glitch you haven't found. I still use your password just to stay around. I saw a new genre pop up on the suggested list. Something dark and heavy that I know I would've missed. Did you change your taste, or did someone change it for you? It's a special kind of hell, the way the algorithms store you. I almost clicked your name today just to see the cue, to see if there's a trace of us in everything you do. But I stayed on my side and I guess the count I made, watching the pixels flicker as the memories start to fade. One of these days the screen will turn to red and black, and a login failed will tell me that I can't come back. You'll finally change the code, you'll finally clear the cache and turn our digital forever into binary and just to feel a little close of all the things I'm clinging to. I think I hate this most. I see you're halfway through a show we used to hate, and I wonder who you're watching with, or if it's just a date. It's a window to a room where I don't belong no more. A tiny little crack inside a deadlocked door. I'm a shadow in your settings, a glitch you haven't found. I still use your password just to stay around. Are you still watching? The prompt is on the screen. I'm still here in the spaces in between. I'll just watch one more, then I'll let you go. But for now it's the only way to feel what I used to know. User profile, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm driving down the boulevard, past the place we used to eat. But there's a new name on the awning and a stranger on the seat. The park bench where we carved our names is painted over green, like the city's trying to scrub away the places where we've been. I see a car rolling like it at the light on 2nd Street, and for a second my heart skips a heavy jagged beat. But the driver's got a different smile, a different shade of hair, and I'm reminded once again that you're no longer there. The map looks exactly like it did a year ago, but I'm walking through a valley that I no longer know. It's the same town, but we're different people now. I don't know where you're going, and you've forgotten every vow. We're haunted by the ghosts of who we used to be back then. Two shadows in the hallway that will never meet again. I'm a tourist in the neighborhood where I used to call your name. It's the same town, baby, but nothing feels the same. By the square, he looked right through me like I was made him of the air. We used to be a family, now we're just to used to be a cautionary tale for everyone who's watching me. The library, the movie house, the corner lemonade stand, they're all just hollow monuments to a life we never planned. I'm checking all the faces in the crowd at every show, searching for the version of the girl I used to know. How do two people live inside the same 10 miles of road and carry such a heavy, unspoken, different load? We're breathing in the same exhaust, we're seeing the same sky, but we're a million miles apart every time we pass on by. It's the same town, but we're different people now. I don't know where you're going, and you've forgotten every vow. We're haunted by the ghost of who we used to be back then. Two shadows in the hallway that will never meet again. I'm a tourist in the neighborhood where I used to call your name. It's the same town, but we're different people now. I don't know where you're going, and you've forgotten every vow. We're haunted by the ghost of who we used to be back then. Two shadows in the hallway that will never meet again. I'm a tourist in the neighborhood where I used to call name. I'll take the long way home tonight, avoid the places where we shine. In a town this small, there's nowhere left to hide. Just different people in the same old streets, checking our watches until the circle completes. Same town, different souls. I'm still keeping your place at the table. I'm still leaving the porch light on. I know they say that I'm unstable for acting like you aren't really gone. I've memorized the cracks in the ceiling, counting seconds like they're grains of sand. I'm paralyzed by this hollow feeling of a life that didn't go as planned. They tell me that the world won't stop spinning, that I'm losing a game I can't win. But I'm still at the very beginning, waiting for the us to start again. And I wait for your love like a winter for spring. I wait for the joy that I know you can bring. I don't care if the seasons turn gray and turn old. I'd rather stay frozen than out in the cold. Call me a fool, say I'm wasting my time, but losing you felt like a mountaintop crime. I'm anchored to a ghost, I'm a ship in the cold. I'll wait for your love, I'll wait for your love. I see couples holding hands in the park, and I wonder if they know how lucky they are to have a pilot like the scar. I still buy the flowers you like from the stand. I still talk to the air like you're right by my side. Building a kingdom on nothing but sand. Watching the slow, steady rise of the tide. Is it hope or is it just a habit? Is it faith or am I just a fake? To reach for the sun and fail to grab it, and face the quiet life that I've made. But I'd rather be lonely and waiting for you than hold with someone who isn't true. For spring, I'll wait for the joy that I know you can bring. I don't care if the seasons turn gray and turn old. I'd rather stay frozen than out in the cold. Call me a fool, say I'm wasting my time, but losing you felt like a mountaintop climb. I'm anchored to a ghost, I'm a ship in the cold. I'll wait for your love, I'll wait for your love. So go ahead, take all the time that you need. I'll be right here watching the memories bleed. I'm not moving, I'm not letting go. I'm just the shadow of the man you used to know. I'll wait, I'll wait, I'll wait. The city looks like a jewelry box from up here on the rail. The headlights are like diamonds, but the feeling's getting stale. The water down below is blacker than a mid-December night, reflecting all the neon, but it doesn't hold the light. I used to come here with you when we had the world to win, before the cracks started showing, before the walls grew thin. Now the wind is biting through me, and the height is just a number, while the rest of this indifferent town is falling in a slumber. I'm looking for a reason to step back from the edge, but my heart is leaning heavy on this cold and rusted ledge. From the view from the bridge, everything looks small. The fights we had, the tears we cried, the way we hit the wall. I can see the street where we first met, the park where we said goodbye, underneath the hollow in a heavy-hearted sky. It's a long way down to the surface, it's a long way back to us. Everything we built is turning into salt and rust, and caught between the living and the ghosts I can't forget. Staring at the view from the bridge and trying to wanna live. There's a lock upon the wire with our initials on the side, a little piece of metal where our forever came to hide. just the jagged edges. And I wonder where you are, if you're sleeping in a different bed or driving in your car. Does your heart feel like a canyon? Does your soul feel like a wave? Or am I the only one who's standing at the gate? The sirens in the distance sound like a lonely silver choir, and I'm just a little ember that's been kicked out of the fire. One step is all it takes to make the dream and finally stop, to trade the heavy mountain for a sudden quiet drop. But I see a single light on in the window of our room, a flicker of a memory in the gathering of gloom. Tears we cried the way we hit the wall. I can see the street where we first met, the park where we said goodbye, underneath a hollow and a heavy hearted sky. It's a long way down to the surface, it's a long way back to us. Everything we built is turning into salt and rust. I'm caught between the living and the ghosts I can't forget, staring at the view from the bridge. But the wind is just too frail. Goodbye, bridge. Goodbye. Put on a sweater you bought me last fall. I hang up the keys on the hook in the hall. I make a fresh pot of coffee for one, and stare at the shadows until they're gone. When the neighbors walk by, I make sure to wave. I've mastered the art of how to behave, but the house is a hollow, a skeleton frame, and the walls are still bruised from the sound of your name. I've got a script and I know every line. I'm doing better and I'm doing fine, but if you look closer, past the display, you'd see all the pieces I'm sweeping away. I pretend I'm okay when the sun's in the sky. I keep a straight face while I'm living a lie. I laugh at the jokes and I join in the crowd, while the silence inside me is screaming too loud. It's a heavy performance, a costume I wear to hide the fact that you're no longer there. Yeah, I'm a masterpiece of a beautiful day, but I'm falling apart while I pretend I'm okay. My phone lights losing the fight, but I'll fix it all back by the morning light. Ask me tomorrow, I'll tell you I'm great. I'll tell you I'm moving on from this fate. I'll put on my shoes, I'll walk out the door until I don't feel like a ghost anymore. I'm okay, I'm okay. I'm just pretending. I'm standing in the kitchen where we used to dance, just a ghost of a girl and a ghost of romance. You're sitting right there, but your eyes are like glass, watching the minutes and the memories pass. I'm reaching for something that's already gone, trying to find light in a permanent dawn. I'm begging for a fire, but you're bringing the rain, and I'm losing my mind just to soften your pain. The air is so heavy, the silence is loud, like we're lost in the midst of a gathering cloud. I'm right in your reach, so why am I so far? I don't even know who we are anymore. Why don't you love me like you used to do, when the world was just me and the world was just you? Back when your touch was a place I could hide, before all the kindness went dying inside. I'm starving for crumbs of the heart that you had. How did something so forever turn out this bad? I'm still the same girl, but you're a different view. Oh please, love me like you used to do. I dressed in the colors you said that you liked, but I feel like a secret you finally disliked. I tell you a story to see if you'll smile, but you haven't looked up for a very long while. Is it my fault? Did I change in the night? Did I lose the part of me that kept you alive? 'Cause I'm breaking in places that nobody sees, while I'm down on the floor, while I'm down on my knees. You don't have to lie, you don't have to pretend, but don't let the always become this is the end. If there's a spark left, then give me a sign, because I'm tired of trying to make you still mine. You used to do, when the world was just me and the world was just you. Back when your touch was a place I could hide, before all the kindness went dying inside. I'm starving for crumbs of the heart that you had. How did something so forever turn out this bad. I'm still the same girl, but you're a different view. Oh, please love me like you used to do. Just for a second, just for a beat, let me feel something other than this cold defeat. Look at me once, like you did at the start, before you went missing. With my whole heart, love me like you used to. Please. I'm still wearing the jacket that you left on the chair. I still look for your shadow at the top of the stair. I check the rankings, I check the score, but I don't see my name on your list anymore. I used to be the first call you'd make in the night, the only star in your sky that was burning bright. But the charts have shifted, the seasons have turned, and I'm just a lesson that you finally learned. Now I'm scrolling through pictures of you with your friends, seeing where my story starts and yours finally ends. It's a bitter pill, it's a heavy weight to go from your soulmate to just someone I hate. I used to be your number one, your favorite song, the place where you felt like you'd always belong. I was the crown that you wore, the prize that you won, but now I'm just a shadow eclipsing your sun. You moved the decimal, you changed the line. Now I'm at the bottom of your grand design. It's a long way to fall when the climbing is done. From being your world to being no one. Yeah, I used to be your number one. There's a new name ringing in the things that you say, a new person chasing all your demons away. Does she know the way that you like your tea? Does she laugh at the jokes that you stole from me? I'm a footnote now, a ghost in the grain, a faded out lyric in a holiday rain. I'm relegated to the used to be pile, while you're giving her my favorite smile. You demoted my heart without a goodbye. You traded our always for a brand new high. And I'm stuck in the silver, I'm stuck in the gold, while my side of the story is getting too old. she's everything. I hope she's the one, 'cause I'm finally finished with being your love. I'm just zero, zero. I'm writing letters to an address that's changed, to a life that we built, now it's all rearranged. I still buy the brand of the tea that you like. I still take the path where we ride on our bikes. The habit of us is a hard one to break. I'm still making room for the space that you take. I see a sunset and reach for my phone. Then I remember I'm watching alone. Every thinking of you that I never did send is a bridge that I'm building that has no end. I'm talking to shadows, I'm chasing the wind, trying to find where the goodbye begins. This song is to you, wherever you are, whether you're happy or nursing a scar. To the way that you laughed, to the way that you left, to the heart in my chest that is feeling the theft. I'm sending my love through the static and blue, because every sad thought leads me right back to you. Yeah, it's always to you. Do you still have the sweater with the hole in the sleeve? Do you still tell the stories you made me believe? I wonder if my name ever brushes your lips, or if I'm just a ghost on your fingertips. It's a strange kind of torture to wish you the best while I'm feeling this hollowness deep in my chest. I hope that you're sleeping, I hope that you're kind to the version of me that you left far behind. Maybe one day I'll wake and the memory will blur, and I won't see the us in the way that we were. But until the colors all turn into gray, I'm still sending these words your way. To you, wherever you are, whether you're happy or nursing a scar. To the way that you laughed, to the way that you left, to the heart in my chest that is feeling the theft. I'm sending my love through the static and blue, because every sad thought leads me right back to you. To the boy I once knew, to the girl I was then, to the once upon a time that won't happen again. To the silence, to the space, to the ghost of your face. To you, always to you, always to you. I'm retracing the steps to the night that we met, trying to find the one thing I should regret. Was it the way that I looked, or the way that I spoke, or the way that I ignored how the atmosphere broke? I treated our love like a debt I could pay, But you can't buy back the time that I threw all away. Now I'm standing in the kitchen, staring at the floor, listening for a key that won't turn in the door. I thought I was smart, I thought I was right, but I was just blind in the middle of the light. Now the bed is a desert, the silence is loud, and I'm just a face in a lonely crowd. I was a mistake that you finally outgrew, a beautiful error that happened to you. I was a wrong turn on a road that was straight, the heavy regret that you carry like weight. I'd apologize now, but what would it do when the biggest mistake of my life was losing you? Yeah, I'm the mistake. You were the shore and I was the tide, always pulling away, never satisfied. I made you feel small so that I could feel tall, and I didn't even catch you when I caused the fall. Now your side of the closet is empty and bare, just a handful of dust and the cold winter air. I'm a lesson you learned, I'm a page that you turned, I'm the bridge that I built just to watch while it burned. If I could go back to the start of the line, I'd fix every word, I'd make it all fine. But the ink is all dry and the paper is torn, and I'm just the ghost of the love that was born. I was a mistake that you finally outgrew, a beautiful error that happened to you. I was a wrong turn on a road that was straight, the heavy regret that you carry like weight. I'd apologize now, but what would it do when the biggest mistake of my life was losing you? Don't look back, don't come around, I'm better left buried deep in the ground. I hope he's the right one, I hope he's the truth, not a waste of your heart, not a waste of your youth. I was a mistake, just a mistake. I saw your car parked outside that place we used to go. My heart did a sprint while the world moved in slow. I almost reached out, almost called out your name, but I remember we aren't playing that version of the game. The streetlights were flickering, matching my chest. I just needed a second to put this ghost to rest. So I pulled to the curb and I stared at the rain, just trying to remember the shape of the pain. It's been months since I heard how your morning has been, since I was the person you let away in. I'm doing okay, yeah, I'm holding my own, but sometimes it hits me how much I'm alone. I just wanted to be with you for a minute, to remember a world with your laughter still in it, to ask how you're sleeping, to see if you've changed or if whole life has been rearranged. I wasn't gonna stay, I wasn't gonna beg, I just needed to feel the ground under my legs, just for a heartbeat, just for a breath, before I go back to this digital death. I just wanted to be with you for a minute, but wondered if you still have that dent in your door, or if you still leave your shoes in a heap on the floor. Are you listening to that band that I told you was ours? Do you still count the satellites instead of the stars? I almost walked up and I almost knocked twice, but the air in the night felt like needles of ice, and I realized the person I'm looking for there is a version of you that's no longer anywhere. 60 seconds of us would be enough to get by, enough of a spark to keep me alive through the light. But a minute is a mountain I can't seem to climb when I'm standing on the wrong side of the river of time. Needed to feel the ground under my legs, just for a heartbeat, just for a breath, before I go back to this digital death. I just wanted to be with you, but the light turned to green and the moment passed by, and I didn't even get a chance to say hi. So I drove away into the black, knowing a minute won't bring you back. Just a minute, that's all I wanted. I passed you on the sidewalk in the center of town. You had your headphones on, your head was looking down. I tasted the hello like a ghost on my tongue, but I'm not the melody that's meant to be sung. You look right through me like I was made of glass, just another stranger watching the minutes pass. It's a violent kind of quiet, a cold kind of blue, to be a total nobody to someone like you. We used to share a pillow and a secret or two. I knew the exact shade of every part of you. Now I'm just a shadow, a glitch in the light, a name you don't whisper in the middle of the night. How do we go from being everything, from the gold on your finger to the winter sting? How do I look at the hands I used to hold and feel the story that's already been told? I used to be the one you call when you were scared, the only person in the world who really cared. Now I'm just Does he know that the rain makes you feel kinda groovy? Or am I the only one who keeps those files while he's the one winning all of your smiles? It's a long way down from the pedestal I had to be in the person who makes you feel sad. I'd rather be hated, I'd rather you fight than to be a blank space in your memory tonight. To be somebody. Now I'm just a was, now I'm just a then, just a person you'll never talk to again. I'm a stranger in the supermarket, I'm a name you don't say. I'm just somebody who got in your way. Somebody, wasn't I? I woke up to the silence of a house that's far too loud, with a heavy kind of darkness like a permanent cloud. I reached for my phone just to see if you'd call, but the screen stayed black and my breathing stalled. I spilled the coffee on the floor by the sink. The mess just stared back, wouldn't let me think. It's a chain of small fires, a slow motion wreck, and I'm wearing your absence like a stone around my neck. The sky is a bruise, the wind is a knife. I'm failing the basics of living this life. Everything's breaking, everything's wrong, and I've been holding my breath for way too long. It's been a bad day, it's been a bad year, since the moment you decided to disappear. The car won't start and the rain won't quit, and I'm just a candle that won't stay lit. I'm tripping on shadows, I'm losing my way, trying to survive the weight of the day. But the worst part of it, the part I can't play, is that you're not here to tell me it's okay. Yeah, it's my bad day. I went to the market to buy things for one, but I forgot what I needed before I was done. I saw a couple laughing by the magazines, and I felt like a ghost caught between the scenes. I'm clumsy and hollow, I'm afraid at the edge, just a lonely bird sitting on a crumbling ledge. I missed my stop and I walked in the cold, feeling 100 years too old. If I could just call you and hear your voice voice, maybe the world would make a little less noise. But I'm the one who's gotta carry the blame. And a bad day's a bad day when I can't say your name. With a million things I should have said. Tomorrow is coming, but I'm stuck in the gray. Just another hour in my bad day. My bad day. Just me in the rain. I'm standing in the doorway with my hands inside my pockets, watching you pack memories in the boxes and in the sockets. The house is getting louder with every empty space, and I'm memorizing every line and shadow on your face. I wanna say stay, I wanna scream don't leave, but I'm tired of giving you reasons not to believe. The air between us is turning to a wall, and I'm just waiting for the final curtain call. I've held on so tight that my knuckles turn white, trying to keep us from fading into the night. But a heart isn't something you can force someone to keep, and the promises we made are buried far too deep. So I'll let you go like a bird to the sky, without asking for reasons. One more I'll loosen my grip, I'll open my hand, even if it's not the end that I had planned. It's the hardest I love you I'll ever have to say. To stand here and watch you walk away, I'm breaking my own heart to put yours in tow. Yeah, I'll let you go. You're checking your mirrors and you're starting the car, and I'm wondering how we ever got this far. I won't be the anchor that keeps you in the bay, I won't be the shadow that gets in your way. Go find the person who makes you feel whole, go find the music that speaks to your soul. I'll stay in the silence, I'll stay in the rain, until I forget the sharp edge of this pain. They say if you love something, you have to set it free, but they never tell you how lonely that'll be. It's a selfless kind of torture, a quiet kind of brave, to give you the freedom that you truly crave. So I'll let you go like a bird to the sky, without asking for reason. Oh, one more I'll loosen my grip, I'll open my hand, even if it's not the ending that I had planned. It's the hardest I love you I'll ever have to say. To stand here and watch you walk away, driveway is empty, the street lights are on, and just like that, you're really gone. I'm breathing out, I'm letting down the wall. I'll be okay eventually, after all. I'll let you go, I'll let you go. The dust has just settled on the trophies we won. The long road is over, the damage is done. We fought for the sunlight until we went blind, leaving the best of our seasons behind. I'm looking at you across a canyon of years, beyond all the anger and the salt of the tears. The house is finally quiet, the fire is out, and there's nothing left to whisper or shout. We promised forever, we swore on our lives, but time is a blade and we ran out of knives. Now the colors are bleeding into the gray, and there's no more tomorrow to save today. In the end, it wasn't the storms that we faced, it was the slow, steady hum of the time that we wasted. It wasn't a bang, it wasn't a crash, just a slow dying ember that turned into ash. We're two different stories with the same final page, walking off solo at the edge of the stage. No winners, no losers, no light left to spend. It's just you and me in the end. I'm handing you back the keys to your heart. The hardest maneuver is knowing we're apart. We're ghosts in a hallway of things we once said, while the us that we worshipped is finally dead. I don't hate you for leaving, I don't hate you for the change. It's just a new map where the world feels so strange. We're crossing the border of mine and of yours as the ocean recedes from the ghost of our shores. Maybe in another life the timing was right, maybe in another world we held on to the light. But here in the wreckage the truth is so clear, we were never meant to outrun the fear. In the end, it wasn't the storms that we faced, it was the slow, steady hum of the time that we wasted. It wasn't a bang, it wasn't a crash, just a slow dying ember that turned into ash. We're two different stories with the same final page, walking off solo at the edge of the stage. No winners, no losers, no light left to spend. It's just you and me. So walk through the door, don't look at the floor. We don't have to fight for this ghost anymore. It's finished, it's over, the message is sent in the we're just in the I'm standing in an empty room, staring at the wall, watching every shadow start to stretch and start to fall. You're moving through the hallway like a thief inside the night, taking every memory and turning out the light. I thought we had a contract, I thought we had a lease, but you're leaving with the center and you're leaving every piece. The boxes in the driveway are filled with all our years, and I'm standing in the kitchen just drowning in my fears. You got your keys, you got your clothes, you got the light that nobody knows, but as you're walking toward the door, I realize you're taking so much more. You take the air right out of my lungs. You take the songs that we haven't sung. You take the always and you take the we. You leave the lonely and you leave the me. I'm a hollow shell, I'm a broken part, because when you leave, you take my heart. Yeah, you take my heart. Do you need a way you're going? Does it fit inside your bag? Does it feel like a trophy or a heavy tattered flag? Because I don't know how to function with this canyon in my chest. I don't know how to find a way to put the ghost to rest. You're taking my good morning and my how was your day. You're taking every reason that I ever wanted to stay. I'm watching you drive off into the 25 rain, and you're carrying the source of every bit of my pain. Is it a souvenir? Is it just a price to see the total wreckage reflecting in my eyes? I tell you to be careful, I tell you to be kind, but you're already gone and I'm the one left behind. Without my heart, you took it. You took my heart. Dream while the stitches are tearing at every light seam. I've been keeping a candle in the window for you through the storms of December and the 2025 blue. Everyone tells me I'm chasing a ghost, that I'm anchored to someone who's leaving the coast, but I'm counting the beats of a heart that won't quit. They say that enough is enough and they're right, but I'm still afraid of the cold and the night. I'm holding the string of a kite in a gale, waiting for one more miraculous sail. You're my last hope, my final maybe, the only thing left that can actually save me. I'm hanging on tight to a fraying old rope in a world that's forgotten the meaning of hope. If I let go of this, then there's nothing but gray. So I'm begging the universe, don't walk away. I'm down to the wire, I'm down to the bone. My last hope is all that I own. I reread the messages from 2 years ago, when the yes was a river and the no wouldn't flow. I'm looking for signs in the way that you blink, trying to stop us before we both sink. Is there a flicker? Is there a spark? Or am I just shouting into the dark? I put all my chips on a hand that I've lost, not even checking the debt or the cost. It's a heavy burden, a terrible weight, to make one person the master of fate. I know it's not fair to put this on you, but I don't know what else a broken heart can do. You're my last hope, my final maybe, the only thing left that can actually save me. I'm hanging on tight to a fraying old rope in a world that's forgotten the meaning of hope. If I let go of this, then there's nothing but gray. So I'm begging the universe, don't walk away. I'm down to the wire, I'm down to the bone. My last hope is all that I own. So don't say it's over, not tonight. Just leave me one piece of the 2025 light. I'm still here, I'm still waiting against all the odds, and they're so fading. My last hope is you. I walked past the cafe on 5th and Main, and for a split second I called out your name. But the person who turned wasn't wearing your eyes, just a stranger reflecting my own dark disguise. I still have your sweater, the one with the tear. It still smells like coffee in October air, but the scent's getting thinner with every new day, as the reality of us starts to drift far away. I used to know the rhythm of your resting breath. Now I'm just studying the silence of death. I'm losing the details, the way that you'd smile. I haven't felt real for a very long while. Now you're just a memory, a ghost in my head, a collection of stories and words that we said. You're a photograph fading in 2025, like a name I don't whisper in. I saw you in a dream, we were back at the start, before we knew how to break a human heart. But when I woke up, the pillow was dry, and I didn't even have the spirit to cry. You're becoming a once upon a time thing, a dull kind of ache instead of a sting. I'm moving your boxes out of my mind, leaving the wreckage of us far behind. It's scary how fast the world can go cold, how a new love story can suddenly feel old. I'm washing the windows, I'm clearing the floor, I don't look for your face at the glass anymore. Now you're just a memory, a ghost in my head, a collection of stories and words that we said. You're a photograph fading, 20 tarry fly, like a name I don't whisper in the middle of the night. I'm reaching for someone who doesn't exist, like trying to catch a handful of mist. The forever we promised is finally through, and I'm just a person who used to know you. You're a song on the radio I used to like, a flicker of chrome on a distant bike. You're a Sunday morning, you're a Tuesday rain, you're the quietest part of my lingering pain. Just a memory, nothing more, nothing I'm standing at the window, watching the 2045 snow, finding it harder and harder to let go. I've rearranged the furniture, I've painted every wall, trying to find a version of me that didn't lose it all. I've traded my habits and I've traded my vice, I've paid every penance and I've paid the full price. But there's one heavy shadow still locked in the room, a stubborn old flower that refuses to bloom. I've fixed the way I listen and the way that I speak, I've spent every Sunday for a year being weak. I'm a brand new person, can't you see the design? I've scrubbed out the yours just to find the mine. This is the last change I'm making for you, the final adjustment to pull us both through. I've rewritten my soul and I've been till I broke, but I'm still just a ghost in your 25 smoke. I've given up everything, even my name, but you're still standing there looking exactly the same. If this doesn't fix it, then I'm finally through. This is the last change I'm doing for you. I stopped going into the places where we used to fight, I started keeping the secrets I used to recite. I learned how to be quiet, I learned how to be still. I climbed up the mountain and I died on the hill. But I look in your eyes and I see the same wall. You aren't even watching me start to fall. I'm a house that's been gutted and built back for show, but there's no one inside it that you'd even know. How much of a person can you strip away before there's nothing left but a pile of clay? I've changed my heart's rhythm to match with your own, but I've never felt more in for you. shifting, I'm done with the mold. I'm tired of doing exactly what I'm told. The next change I make, well, it's just for me. I'm changing the stay into finally free. Ooh, the last change, the very last one.